Hi, it's me, your boyfriend slash girlfriend slash stay friend's favorite content creator. It's true. Go ask him. And I know yesterday, or depending on when the video goes up, previously I spoke about Star Wars Outlaws, and I did so talking more so about the weird, dumb controversy about the main character being ugly, which they're not. And I did a whole thing about that, and I briefly mentioned the real reason why anyone should have any sort of apprehension for this game. And I wanted to get into that in a little bit more detail, because like I said in the video, this is an Ubisoft game, and there will be Ubisoftness in this thing. Case in point, the pricing structure for this game. I don't think it makes much sense, but let me walk you through it, and then you'll see if you'll agree with me or not. All right, so here you have the standard edition. Standard edition is $70, which is regular. You get a pre-order bonus if you pre-order it, and that's just a cosmetic pack, and for your speeder and for your ship. Cool, whatever. Then you get to the gold edition, which is already $40 more. And for that, you get 3 days early access, which is to play the game up to 3 days before the official launch date. And I cannot understand how that's an incentive. Like, because it's either you're a game reviewer, in that case, you most likely, unless you're not a really big channel, unless you aren't a big channel, you've most likely received a review copy of some sort. And if not, pre-ordering it and to get it 3 days earlier isn't going to do much, especially in a single player game, which brings me to my next point. A season pass. Why? This is a single player game. What do you need a season pass for? Like, there's no online multiplayer. And look, the season pass includes 2 DLCs that were released after launch. The Jabba's Gambit exclusive mission available at launch, and the Kessel Run character pack featuring additional cosmetics. So it's mostly cosmetics, but then there's also a mission. So right out the gate, if you do not get the gold edition, you are locked out of a mission with Jabba, a pretty, I would say, iconic Star Wars character. You automatically can't do the mission because you didn't get the gold edition. You didn't pony up $109. And then for the next tier, which is $129, you get what? Okay, Rogue Infiltrator bundle, which I'm going to assume is just cosmetics. Yep, cosmetics, which means this is also just cosmetics. Oh, and a digital art book for $129. And of course, I think one of the reasons why they structured it is because Ubisoft also has their own little Game Pass system here, right? And you can do it Ubisoft Plus. Day one, you only have to pay $17.99 a month, which, hold on, let me see something real quick. Okay, yeah, so Game Pass is $10 a month. And Ultimate is $16.99, but Ultimate works from both consoles and PC. So if you just play PC, it's $10 a month. And you get access to, I think, way more than just what Ubisoft is offering. So that's strange. Let's go back. So you get a digital art book for the highest tier, and this is $129. And just to do some comparisons, these aren't exactly apples to apples, but to give you an idea, I went to look up some exclusives or some collector's editions in other games. So here we are at Bandai Namco, and this costs more, obviously, right? $249 is bigger than $129, but you get a 46 centimeter statue. You get cool shit with it. It's not just here's a digital art book. For $229 for Armor Core, you get a exclusive steelbook, obviously the game, and you get this cool little statue. You get additional things. Tekken, $299. You get this cool statue. Naruto Storm Connections for $199. You get all of this shit. There used to at least be some incentive to get the collector's editions or to get the ultimate editions. And I feel like from this to this, which is just a digital art book and a mission, is weird. And going back to the early access thing, right? 3-day early access does nothing. Early access should be substantial. It should be at least a minimum a month before the game releases. So in case there are any issues with the game, you can fix it. But if the game is doesn't run well or it's not optimized, 3 days notice isn't going to do shit. All that's going to do is, maybe at best it'll do a day one patch, but then you just pay to become a beta tester for them. Early access should be pretty lengthy so they can go through any potential bugs from live playtesting and then smooth that out before the official release. Like we've been doing for a while now. Like I play games in early access. In fact, I've one of the early adopters of Hades. I also did Valheim. I'm also going to do No Rest for the Wicked. I don't mind playing early access games because I know I'm getting into, and early access games aren't $70 fucking. Like, this is the real problem. Well, not just Ubisoft, although they are clearly one of the big ones at it, but with AAA gaming as a whole. We are now paying for lesser products in general, not all the time, because obviously like Baldur's Gate was amazing, but Baldur's Gate 3 also had an early access period. But we're paying for these games full price, $70 for what? Early access to buggy games. Remember how about the Suicide Squad game? $70 got early access, or if you paid extra money, you got earlier access. And then they couldn't even complete the game because the game auto completed and they had so many issues. I'm like, yeah, that shit should be sorted out before we, the consumers, get to it. But for Ubisoft to be like, here's a season pass, and if you pony up $40 more, you get 3-day early access. That's a weekend, my guy. What is that gonna do? It's a weekend, and it's a single player game. What's the incentive there outside of, I don't know, a review? But like I said before, you probably would have gotten a review code by now. Otherwise, what's the point? So 3-day early access does nothing. And then you have, beta testing. And then you have a season pass. A season pass for a non-multiplayer game is insane to me. It is insane. And it's more insane to then say that, hey, if you want to do this mission with Jabba the Hutt, you got to pay us $40 more, or you're not going to get it. That's crazy. That's crazy. And maybe sure, eventually down the line, they might let you do that mission, especially if all you get is like a cosmetic from it. But I'm also getting kind of tired of the whole like, oh, here's the stick, they're just cosmetic. I'm like, then why are you hiding it behind all these bonuses and shit? But just cosmetics, let us earn it in the game too. Like, I am not a big proponent of pre-ordering in general. I think pre-ordering is, you're giving your money away for a product you aren't even sure you're gonna like. That's why I always say either wait for reviews or, give it a couple weeks, people start talking about it. But like, just to be like, I'm going to pre-order this game and then they're going to do you like this is crazy. Oh, but let me clarify. I will support pre-ordering games that you obviously just like love, or especially to like smaller companies. But like Ubisoft AAA games don't need fucking pre-orders. They don't need it. And if this game doesn't do well, it's not going to be because, oh my God, the main character's not hot. We've already been over this. Go watch the video as many times as you need. It's going to be because of their predatory practices. Like, or people don't have faith in Ubisoft when it comes to games like this because they've been burned on the Assassin's Creed series or a Watch Dogs series, or, a series they were enjoying that they fucking canceled, like the Phoenix Rising series. But that's just my opinion. It's just what I think. What do you guys think? Do you think like this is good for the game? Do you think that it's okay? Or are you also fed up with these weird practices of just gouging you for shit that should already be in the game and not offering enough as a bonus incentive to warrant the price? Oh yeah, like and subscribe. You gotta do that too. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. That's crazy. Like and subscribe. We'll get to 1,000 and we can, stream together or whatever. Okay, bye.